Hello friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. We have reached the NFC Championship Game in Year 2 of the Lsufl, and the Philadelphia Eagles will host the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals started off this year 4-0. It had the makings of a Cinderella season. Then they stumbled. They were mediocre the rest of the way. They had a chance to clinch the division in the final week, and their offense was shut out by the 49ers. But they backed into the division title when the Rams fell to the Seahawks. And now, the Cardinals woke up a week ago, defeating the Saints 31-17, and now find themselves one game away from Legends Bowl 2. But to get there, they will have to go through the number 1 seed Eagles. The Eagles took down the Falcons, a Falcons squad that dismantled the Detroit Lions in the wild card game with a 42-14 victory. The Eagles took them down 27-17. Terrific performance by the Eagles, particularly in the second half. That man, Jalen Hurts, had a weird game. It was a very solid game, but a weird game. Hurts was sacked 6 times in that game. All 6 sacks came in the first half. He was impeccable in the second half. He stopped running, just focused on throwing and moving the offense. It worked. LaSean McCoy took over the brunt of the ground game, and the result was the Eagles getting here. McCoy starts it off, loses a pair. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 23. Jameer Miller, just back from injury last week after missing the final 7 games of the regular season. Cardinals glad to have him back. Hurts drops back, throws. Here's Lsufl, little tight end out in the flat. Pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd and 6. Lsufl, a very good season for Philadelphia. He was invisible for most of the game last week. Started to get a couple of catches in the second half now. Hurts in the gun here. Drops back. Hurts throws complete. That's Jeremy Maclin, but he's just shy of the marker. Brought down. It's a pickup of 5. Tyrann Mathieu brings him down just shy of the marker. 4th and 1 in their own territory on the opening drive. Got to think the Eagles will play this safe, and they will. Button with the punt. Peterson back to receive, gets it out across the 30. Nice little spin move there. Gets it out to the 34, and that's where the Cardinals and that man, Jim Hart, will take over. Hart, a very good first half to the season. Again, ignore those stats. Those are just the stats of the player I created Jim Hart over when I was making the players for this project. Hart, a very good first half of the season. He started to have interception problems as the season went on, and having problems there, the rookie Otis Anderson, who gets brutally greeted by Reggie White, who absolutely starches him. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Welcome to the Lsufl, Mr. Anderson. Hart drops, pass there, complete. Short one. Pickup of 7. That's J.T. Smith. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Dropping back is Hart. Looks, floats one near the sideline on the left side. Nobody's there, and that was out of bounds anyway. Hart ends up getting dragged down by Hugh Douglas at the end of that play. They exchanged some unpleasantries at the end of that one. And Scott Player will come on to punt the Cardinals out of their own end. So fruitless opening drives for both teams. player bangs this one out. Timmy Brown back to return, calls for a fair catch at the 15. And that's where the Eagles will take over. 11:32 left here in the opening quarter. Appreciate you tuning in. Find out who has the privilege of advancing to Legends Bowl 2 to take on the Buffalo Bills. Nelson Aguilar with the reception there, pickup of 8. The Bills with an emphatic victory over the Colts in the AFC Championship Game. Fake to McCoy. Hurts keeps it. He's got the first down. He's got more out across the 30. Hurts brought down at the 34. Pickup of 11. Hurts had 9 carries in the first half against the Falcons a week ago. He only carried the ball twice in the second half. Still ended up at 100 yards on the day. He is a weapon. Stands in. Looks. Pass complete. That's going to be a decent gain. Nice little juke move there. Nelson Aguilar into Cardinals territory. Down to the 41. Hurts 4 for 4 to open this one up. Second catch for Aguilar. Linebacker let him go there. Aeneas Williams ended up chasing him across the field. Not sure the linebacker was supposed to release on him. That helped set him free. 1st and 10 from the Cardinals 41. Handoff. McCoy gets this one. Goes off tackle down inside the 40 to the 38. Pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Trips to the low side. Quick Macklin and Lsufl down there. Aguilar on the high side. Quick little screen. Out there to Macklin. Good open field tackle by Patrick Peterson. That'll bring up a 3rd and 4. And the Cardinals, a pair of very strong corners in Peterson and the rookie Aeneas Williams. Cardinals had a great draft last year, adding Aeneas Williams and Otis Anderson. Movement there on the line. Looked like Hurst did a hard count and he may have fooled his own guy. No. It's the Cardinals who moved first. Mike Dawson. That will give the Eagles a first down. Costly penalty there for Arizona. Fresh set. 1st and 10 from the 30. Bruce Arians coaches the Cardinals. Sirianni is the current coach of the Eagles. Pass over the middle there. Peterson puts a hit on. Incomplete. That's the first miss for Jalen Hurts, intended for Jeremy Mack. Second and 10. Hurts wants somebody aware of something at the line. It's a handoff there. McCoy gets through a hole, cuts it back. First down. McCoy down inside the 20 to the 17. He and Tyrann Mathieu get into it at the end of the play. Tempers flaring. Eagles putting together a nice drive here. Handoff. Again. McCoy down inside the 10. Fights to the marker and reaches it. First down, LaSean McCoy. Smith on the tackle, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 6 for the Eagles. Shotgun again. Hurts rolls. Tries to cut back. Hurts finds his way to the opening. Oh, what a run, Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Hurts started to clear the pocket, got hung up, cut back, got hung up again, and still slithered his way away and into the end zone. Terrific run by Hurts for the score. And the Eagles strike first here in the NFC Championship Game. Sam Baker will come on for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. 7-0 Philly, 9 plays, 79 yards, and 4:54. Jalen Hurts runs it in from 6 yards out as the Eagles strike first. .6:38 left here in the opening quarter. Patrick Peterson will return. Here's the kick. Taken at the 7. Out across the 20. Brought down at the 22, and that's where the Cardinals will get back to work. Very impressive drive by Philly. As long as Hurts plays measured, he is a big-time weapon. Pass from Hart there is off the mark. Incomplete. Quentin Michael in coverage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Kroll, Ernie Jones, J.T. Smith, the predominant wideouts for the Cardinals. Jackie Smith, the main tight end. Hart drops back. Pass there. That's complete. Short little pickup of 5. Ricky Kroll makes the reception. Boyd on the stop. It'll be 3rd and 5 to get inside the 6-minute mark here in quarter number 1. Trips to the low side for the Cardinals. Hart drop. Pass out of the backfield. Incomplete. Put it ahead of Otis Anderson. He had him. And Hart just plain missed the mark. Conrad Dobler expressing his displeasure with how that play unfolded. And the punting unit will come on. Good kick by player. Timmy Brown will call for the fair catch at the 27. That's where the Eagles will start off their 3rd drive of the game. Philly leads it 7-0, 5:44 left in the first. And off McCoy. Out across the 30 to the 33. 5 carries. 29 yards so far for McCoy. He had a terrific regular season. Second and 5. Hurts over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Macklin. Took a shot getting into the middle of the field there. 3rd and 5 from the 33. Pass complete. Out across the 40. Ooh, big hit. Macklin spun out of one tackle and then got hammered. But he holds on for the first down. That was a good throw there. Hurts put that right on the money. Threw that before Macklin had even turned around, knew he'd be there. 1st and 10. Eagles from their 45. Hurts, right-hand side, overthrows his man. He had Aguilar. Tried to lead him, put it a little bit too far out ahead. 2nd and 10. Shotgun. Hurts to the right side, complete. Inside the 45, it's Aguilar again. So it's been Macklin and Aguilar so far. We haven't seen Mike Quick as of yet. He's been locked down to this point. But Hurts hitting his secondary options very well here in this opening quarter. 1st and 10 from the Arizona 42. Fake to McCoy. Hurts keeps it. He gets brought down. Nice play there. Washington in pursuit. Didn't bite on the fake. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cardinals' 43-yard line.
Hurts stands in, looks over the middle, complete. That's Lsufl. He's got the first down to the 30. Hurts 8 of 11 for 86 yards so far. That's the second completion to Lsufl. Washington brings him down, but not before the chains move. First and 10. Hurts keeps this one, and this time he gets outside. There's a flag on the play. Hurts down inside the 15. Beats a defender down inside the 10. Great run by Hurts, but we'll see what the call is. And it's going to come back. Holding on Pete Lsufl. So instead of getting down inside the 10, they'll be pushed back to the 39. Hurts steps up. He's going to run. Hurts down inside 30. Ooh, takes a hit. Oh, boy. He went down. Defender almost looked like he tried to jump over him and ended up kneeing him in the head. No flag on the play. Hurts down to the 29. 2nd and 9 coming up. Handoff. McCoy. McCoy has done all the carrying as far as a running back. There's Ronald McKinnon, who looks like he's a bit shaken up for the Cardinals. Slams his helmet down in disgust. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 9. Cardinals looking for a stop. Conversion here would hurt, at the risk of stating the completely obvious. Trips to the high side. Hurts blitz comes on and down he goes. Washington on the blitz shoots a gap. Nobody picks him up. First sack of the game for either team goes to the Cardinals, and Hurts sacked back at the 35. Sam Baker does not have a great leg. This would be a 52-yard kick, and the Eagles are going to play possession, ball possession here, and punt it. Field position, rather. Angled punt, out of bounds at the 1. That is a beauty from Hutton. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. We'll see if Sirianni's thought there pays off. Handoff, up the middle. Jim Otis gets them a little bit out of trouble. Picks up 5. Call it 5. It'll be 2nd and a long 5. Close in on the end of this opening quarter. Empty backfield. Hart in the shotgun. Dangerous at this point in the field. Hart goes deep down the right-hand side near the sideline. Tipped away. Looking for Jackie Harris there, but Quentin Michael was with him. Tips it away, and that's how the first quarter ends. 7-0 Eagles. Cardinals have the ball, but are trapped deep in their own end to start quarter number 2. Hart steps up out of the end zone, throws over the middle, and that was almost picked off. Oh, Byron Evans. He had it in his hands, couldn't reel it in, but it's broken up, incomplete, and the Cardinals will have to punt. Jim Hart only 2 of 7 to open this game. Player. Punt, fair catch, Timmy Brown at the Cardinals 48. So the Eagles start the drive in Arizona territory. Hurts in the shotgun. Hurts is going to take off. Fakes, gets away. Down inside the 30 to the 29. Jalen Hurts, 44 yards rushing so far. Picking his spots a little bit better. Good cut there. He found some space, and Hurts making the Cardinals pay. Making good decisions when to take off with the ball, which he was not doing early last week against the Falcons. Fake to McCoy, pass to the right-hand side. Misses the mark intended for Lsufl. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Big Ray Brown, Jermaine Mayberry on this Eagles offensive line. Hand off McCoy. Down inside the 25. Doctor spotted him at the 25. Wilson on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 6. And back is Hurts. Stands in, looks over the middle, complete. First down. Down inside the 5, there's Mike Quick. We mentioned him earlier on. Quick's first catch of the game gets the Eagles down to the Cardinals 4. 21-yard pickup, Hurts to Mike Quick, and the Eagles are threatening again. Quick dragged down, turned the corner there. Quick turned on the Quick to get around the edge there. Get a few extra yards. 1st and goal, Eagles from the Cardinals 4. Handoff, McCoy. Was a hole, but then it got plugged. It got plugged by Big Eric Swan. Brings them down, no gain, 2nd and goal. From the 4. Hurts, short drop, swings it. Lsufl, complete, touchdown Eagles. Jalen Hurts to his tight end, Pete Lsufl, a 4-yard pickup, and the Eagles extend their lead. It's 13-0 Philadelphia. Hurts stands tall in there. Lsufl may well have been knocked into the end zone. Nobody's fault, of course. Sam Baker comes on for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. 14-0 Philly. 6 plays, 49 yards, and 2:43. So the decision to not go for the field goal earlier, play the field position battle, punt and pin the Cardinals deep, worked out perfectly for Philly. They got the ball back in Cardinals territory. Terrific camera work here. This guy's fired. And and it just, everything working. It's been a very similar feel here to the Bills over the Colts in the AFC Championship game. That's the last thing the Cardinals want to hear. Good return, though, from Peterson out across the 30 to the 31. Try to light a fire underneath the Cardinals. 12:03 left in the half. Obviously plenty of game left. Cardinals would like to see something that shows a semblance of momentum. Hart back to throw. Pass over the middle, interception. Hart is picked off. Byron Evans, he had one hit him in the hands before that he didn't hold on to. This time he does. And the Eagles have a chance to really step on the throat of the Cardinals here. Byron Evans picks off Jim Hart. And the Eagles are threatening. That is a terrible decision from Jim Hart. Byron Evans read that play perfectly. First turnover of the game. Eagles take over at the Cardinals 28. Handoff. Up the middle is McCoy. No gain. 9 carries, 34 yards so far from LaSean McCoy. Haven't seen Wilbert Montgomery get a touch yet. Play action. Hurts. Fire. Over the middle. Complete. That's Macklin down inside the 15 to the 13. Hurts 11 of 15 so far. Jalen Hurts has been very sharp here in this one. Remember, the Eagles lost the NFC Championship game to the 49ers a year ago. Pressure up the middle, and down goes Hurts. Eric Swan brings them down for the sack. Second sack for the Cardinals. Swan beats his man, comes right up the middle, and there was nowhere for Hurts to go at that point. Didn't have a receiver to dump it off to. He just eats it, takes the hit. 2nd and 20, back from the 22. Hand off up the middle. Boy tries to get a little chunk of it back. He only gets 2 though. Down to the 20. It'll be 3rd and 18. Shotgun. Hurts. Rolls left, throws on the move, back of the end zone, incomplete. Wide of the mark. Think he was looking for Lsufl there in that back corner. Too far wide for Lsufl to have a crack at it, and Sam Baker will come on for a 37-yard field goal attempt. Carson Wentz holds. The kick is up. And good. Baker splits the uprights, and the Eagles extend their lead. The Byron Evans interception leads to 3 points, and it is all Philadelphia right now. 17-0 Eagles. 9:18 left in the half. Eagles have been pretty much flawless to this point. Bruce Arians, that offense is pass heavy. You may have to try to grind it out here. You know that you've got some time. You've got to try to get Otis Anderson going. They'll start off from their 28. Another solid return by Patrick Peters. Hart stands in. Pass. Near side, complete. Jackie Harris out across the 40, out across the 45. Only the 3rd completion so far for Hart. He's 3 of 9. That one will move the chains. 1st and 10 out to the 46. Carson Wentz, who was pressed into action in last season's NFC Championship game, we mentioned before, as Hurts and Reggie White were both knocked out of that. The Eagles have kind of clung to that all season. They were playing short-handed in that one. And honestly, Wentz played well in replacing Hurts that game. I think the loss of Reggie White actually hurt them a bit more in that one. Hart drops back here. Looks right side, wide of the mark. Incomplete. Bradley in coverage, but Bradley shouldn't be talking there. He was beat. Hart just missed the target. Jim Hart still trying to find his rhythm here. Better find it quick, or this game gets away from Arizona. 3rd and 9. Looks. Fires deep. Left side. Oh! Thought he had it. He was looking for Ricky Prohl. But Herman Edwards was right there with him. Incomplete. And the Cardinals will have to punt. At first, it looked like Prohl had reeled that in. but no such luck. Player angles his punt, and he shanked that ball. He looked like he had a hard time handling that snap for some reason. It didn't look like a bad snap, but he certainly looked like he was fumbling with the ball a little bit. That punt is a shankopotamus out of bounds at the 38. So the Eagles get a break there. Hurts tries to run with it. He's brought down. That was a planned run. No sack there, but a tackle for Washington. 2nd and 11, loss of the yard. Hurts pass over the middle, complete. Pick up a 5. That's quick 2nd and 7. I think Wayne Washington. I think it's Darryl Washington. Wayne Washington is the defensive back for the Steelers. 3rd and 5. Hurts misses the mark, incomplete. Hutton will come on the punt for the first time. 2nd time. They punted on the opening drive. 6:24 left in the 2nd quarter. It has been all Eagles to this point. Deep booming punt. Oh, I thought that was going to die just outside the goal line, but it bounces into the end zone. The Cardinals will start from the 20. Hutton had already banged one inside the 1. That's right, he had that punt too. Don't mind me. His 3rd punt of the game. Hart on the slant there, complete curl. Pickup of 8, 2nd catch for Ricky on the day. Even a field goal. Cardinals just want to get that donut off the board before they head into the half. Handoff. Anderson stuffed. 3 carries, -3 yards. Reggie White brings them down again. Remember, Anderson's first carry of them. White crushed him in the backfield for a loss of 3. Third and 3 coming up on 5 minutes. Hart drops. Swings it out of the backfield, but a great tackle there by Seth Joyner out in the open field. Brings them down. Shy of the marker, 4th and 1 from the 29. Great tackle by Seth Joyner. Out there an island unto himself, and he comes up with the stop. And Scott Player will come on to punt again for Arizona. Shanked his last one, hits this one well. Brown calls for a fair catch back at the 23. 4:18 left in the first half. It is all Philadelphia here in this NFC Championship game. Year 2 of the LSUFL. Eagles lead it 17-0. Hurts keeps it. Aeneas Williams comes up for support, brings them down after a pickup of 5. And we'll do Stuff of Legends, the Stuff of Legends podcast this Friday at 10 o'clock. Hopefully you will tune in for that. Hurts, stutter step. Hurts finds a gap and he's off to the races. Out across the 40, out across the 45, out to the 48. Jalen Hurts. Feeling it here in this first half. EJ Jr. finally brings him down, but Hurts looked completely stuck, and he gets away again like he did on the touchdown. We will do Legends Bowl 2 Monday night at 9 p.m. Hand off LaSean McCoy. McCoy is brought down. Pick up of a yard. Bills have already punched their ticket to Legends Bowl 2. Eagles looking to punch theirs here. Pitch wide. McCoy gets to the outside into Arizona territory. It'll be 3rd and 5. It's Williams on the stop. It's down to the 47. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Cardinals have had an explosive offense, a better than expected defense. Their defensive strides this year compared with year 1 have been really big. They cannot get anything going in this one. Hurts, deep ball down the left side, near the sideline. Complete. Mike Quick steps out of bounds after the catch, but I think this catch is good. Corner route near the sideline. Let's see here. That's a catch. Oh, terrific grab from Mike Quick. First and 10, Eagles from the Cardinals 16. Pressure coming up the middle. Hurts dumps it off. McCoy down inside the 10. Near the marker, didn't quite get there. He's down to the 7. Jalen Hurts, 14 of 20 for 173 and a touchdown to this point. He's also run for almost 70 yards. This is the best of Jalen Hurts, and when he is playing like this, these Eagles are a very tough out. 2nd and inches. Rolls left. Hurts tries to get to the outside. He's got space. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has taken over. And the Eagles romping here at the Link. 23-0. Jameer Miller tries to chase Hurts down from behind. Can't get to him. Hurts races to the corner and gets in. 23-0 Eagles. 1:07 left in the half. Baker's extra point is through. 7 plays, 78 yards in 3:11. And this is an Eagles team that saw the Bills and their emphatic finish of the Colts in the AFC Championship Game. The Eagles are saying, hey, pay attention. We can do that too. Patrick Peterson back to return at the 4. Peterson has returned well today. He's brought down here at the 25. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, but it's hard to see that the Cardinals are going to be overly aggressive here. But we'll see. Hard in the shotgun. Stands in, looks, pass, off the mark again. Jim Hart is 5 of 14 for 38 yards and an interception. As well as he played against the Saints, that is how badly he has struggled in this one. Low side loaded here for Arizona. Pass complete. Jones out across the 30. Cardinals will take a timeout out to the 32. That's a little, I'm sorry, that was J.T. Smith. Not Ernie Jones. Regardless, it sets up a 3rd and 3. Hart in the shotgun. Pass. That is just way off the mark. Incomplete. 4th down coming up, so the Eagles are going to get the ball back. I don't think the Eagles are really going to try to do anything with it. They'll get the ball back with a little under 50 seconds left. Eagles have run 41 plays so far. The Cardinals have run 20. Fair catch called by Timmy Brown. 12 carries, 41 yards for LaSean McCoy. So far in this one, Hurts starts off in the gun here. The Eagles do have all 3 of their timeouts, and they're going to throw it. Nope. Hurts tucks and runs near the marker, and the Eagles are going to call a timeout. I am surprised by this. I thought they would just take the victory formation and head into the tunnel, but with the 3 timeouts in their pocket, the Eagles are going to see what they can do here. 2nd and inches from the 33. Pass complete. Out across the 40 to the 43 to Macklin. Eagles call another timeout. Again, the disadvantage that they have here is that Sam Baker does not have a great leg. So you can't try to set up for, a 55-yarder and take a crack at it. You've got to get this ball down the field. Hurt stands in. Looks, dumps it off out of the backfield. Nothing doing there. Pick up a couple to McCoy. Eagles take a timeout. They're out to the 44. Now they can't stop it with the timeout anymore. Need 25 yards here still for Baker to have a realistic crack. Don't want to turn the ball over here if you feel it. Hurts stands in. Steps inside the pressure, floats one out there, incomplete. Pressure coming from the outside. Hurts avoids it. The throw is off the mark. 3rd and 8. Fake. Hurts tries to keep it, tries to get to the outside. He is brought down there. And now the Cardinals. So the Cardinals are going to take the timeout here, presumably just to force the Eagles to punt it. Make them go for a block or maybe get some luck if Patrick Peterson can break a punt return here. 11 seconds left. Now Hutton has to make sure he gets this kick off. And he does. Fair catch is called. So 6 seconds left on the clock. The Cardinals at their own 13, and they're not going to push it. They're not going to try to do anything silly. Jim Hart will take the knee. The Cardinals will go into the tunnel, licking their wounds, and try to regroup for what would be an incredible second half comeback. First half, all Philadelphia, 24-0 Eagles. Look at that, 50 offensive snaps to 21. 46 total yards of offense for the Cardinals in the first half. That is a recipe for a 24-0 deficit, and that's what they face. Hurts has been sensational in this one. The Eagles' defense has been very strong when they have had to be. Byron Evans had the interception, and the Cardinals need Jim Hart to get on track. Hart has been terrible to this point. He played a very good game against the Saints in the divisional round, but Jim Hart has cut the heart out of things for Arizona to this point. Cardinals will get to return, though, to start the second half. A big, big drive. This first drive of the second half. Patrick Peterson back to return. Taking that to 2. Out across the 20, out across the 25. Good return by Peterson. Breaks a couple of tackles out across the 30. Patrick Peterson out to the 33. And that's where the Cardinals will start off. Does feel like Arians has went away from the running game very quickly. He starts off here with play action. Hart dumps it off. Complete. Out across the 35. out to the 39, pickup of 6. Nice to just try to get Hart a completion there to open up this second half. Try to get him into some sort of a rhythm. He has had none so far. 2nd and 4. Hardy with the reception. Pass over the middle. Incomplete. Ended for Jones. That'll bring up a 3rd and 4. Hart stands in, misses the mark again. Had the man on the drag route. Asante Samuel was there in coverage, and Jones is visibly frustrated. So the Cardinals start the second half just as it went for them throughout the first. Punting unit comes on. Player hammers it, bounds into the end zone. And that's where Jalen Hurts and company will start off the second half. Hurts drops back, pass off the hands of Nelson Aguilar. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Pass picked off. Oh, the Cardinals with an interception. E.J. Jr. intercepts Jalen Hurts over the middle. And maybe, just maybe, the Cardinals can find a sign of life. Intended for quick. Pass was a bit off the mark. And Jr. intercepts it. Cardinals take over. See exactly where this is spotted. At the Eagles 27, both sides have turned the ball over once. Hart in the shotgun. Stands in. Dumps it off. Smith makes the catch. Gets nothing. Takes a shot. Wes Hopkins with the big hit. 2nd and 10. Handoff. Anderson fights through one tackler, but a swarm comes. Bring him down after a pickup of 3. That's only the 4th carry for Otis Anderson at this point. And that gets him back to 0 yards rushing. Anderson went over the 1,000-yard mark here as a rookie. So now 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals. Hart stands in. Pass incomplete. Oh, wow. The Cardinals, they get the interception. And now they're just going to have to hope that Jay Feely can hit this one from 41, get that donut off the board. Kick is up, and it is good with plenty to spare. That ball was kicked angrily by Jay Feely. This ball would have been good from 60. Feely drills it. So the Cardinals cut the deficit to 21. But man, getting that interception and starting from there, field goal is going to feel like a disappointment. 24-3 Eagles, 12:26 left in the third quarter. Timmy Brown. Back to return. Yeah, out across the 20 to the 23. So Jalen Hurts will try to shake off the interception from the last drive. Hurts has been terrific other than that. Stands in. Pass off the mark, looking for McCoy out of the backfield. I'm the Eagles here. I'm letting McCoy and I'm getting Wilbert Montgomery involved in this game, and I'm going to start to try to run it down the Cardinals' throat a little. I mean, not really thinking clock management. 3 minutes into the third quarter. But they give it to McCoy here. Out to the 28. It'll be 3rd and 5. Hurts looks over the middle, complete. Fumble! Ball's jarred loose. Big hit. Cardinals recover. Jameer Miller falls on the fumble. Believe that was Charlie Young who caught it and takes a shot. Cornelius Bennett and EJ Jr. sandwich him. And Jameer Miller, all three of this terrific linebacking trio for the Cardinals involved in that one. 2 drives, 2 turnovers for the Eagles here to open up the second half. Cardinals settled for 3 on the last one. They need 7 here. Big, big hit. Cornelius Bennett acquired at the trade deadline from the Bills. He's been a great add. He was basically acquired after they lost Jameer Miller to that injury. Now Miller is back, now playing alongside Bennett in this linebacking core. Pickup of 2 there, 2nd and 8. And there's movement. We'll see who went first. It's against the Cardinals. So that'll push them back to 2nd and 13. Hart. Pass complete. Inside the 30, down into the 25. Asante Samuel with the tackle. Ernie Jones, his first reception of the game. Pickup of 8. Huge 3rd down here for Arizona. 3rd and 5. Trips to the low side. Hart looks, right side, inside the 10. What a catch by Jackie Smith. Quinton Michael. Michael could have gotten flagged there. Asante Samuel with the tackle in the air. Got him around the neck. And Smith holds on anyway. 1st and goal from the 8, Arizona. Hart looks, right side, complete, near the goal line. Hardy with the catch, stopped just short. 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Handoff up the middle. Anderson, touchdown Arizona. And we've got a game here in Philly. Otis Anderson from 1 yard dives into the end zone. The Cardinals now cut the deficit pending the extra point here from Jay Feely. We'll let Feely kick this and then set things up from there. It is up and it is good. 24-10, 5 plays, 35 yards. Opening up this second half, it was 24-0 at halftime. The Eagles' first drive, Jalen Hurts was picked off. The Cardinals converted that into a field goal. Last drive, Charlie Young made a catch and had the ball jarred loose for a fumble. And the Cardinals put that one into the end zone. 24-10 in Philly. And the vibe here among the crowd here at the link has changed. Out across the 20. Wrestled down, they'll spot his forward progress at the 25. There's still a lot of game here left in a 2-score game. Handoff. McCoy. First down. McCoy rips one off for 13. 14 carries, 59 yards now for McCoy. Washington on the stop. Hurts in the gun. And off it's McCoy again. This time the Cardinals are all over. Pickup of a yard, and that's it. Don Brum, the first man on the stop. It's 2nd and 9. Shotgun. Hurts takes off. Hurts first down. In a car center. Hurts hit and he fumbles. Cardinals recover. E.J. Jr. recovers. Jalen Hurts coughs it up. He didn't slide. He took a hit from Washington. Jr. recovers. 3 drives, 3 turnovers to start the second half. And a disaster is brewing in Philly. 3rd turnover for the Eagles. 7:31 left in the 3rd. Handoff. Here's Anderson. Inside the 45. Stiff arm. Anderson down past the marker. Down to the 42. 10-yard pickup. Chains will move for the Cardinals. And the Cardinals have stolen momentum in this game despite trailing by 14. Two tight end set. Handoff. Anderson tries to get to the outside. Can't do it. Great job there. Seth Joyner was the first guy to hit him. Loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. Anderson gets up a little hobbly. Keep an eye on that. Shotgun. Hart. Near side. Complete. Ricky Prohl down inside the 40 to the 36. It'll be 3rd and 4. 3rd catch of the game for Prohl. Herman Edwards with the stop. Hart in the shotgun. Look. Pass. Complete. First down Cardinals. Jackie Smith, the tight end, with the reception, and Hart starting to find his rhythm a bit. Irv Cross on the tackle for Philly. First and 10, down to the Philadelphia 27-yard line. Hart in the shotgun. Stands right side. Little out route, complete. First down, down to the 15. Hart, 1 point was 5 of 14. Now is 14 for 27. 9 of his last 13 after that miserable start. First and 10, Cardinals from the Eagles' 15. Hart looks near side, complete, down inside the 10. That's Jones. Down to the 8. Let's see how many more times I confuse J.T. Smith and Ernie Jones' numbers in this game. Smith is 84. Jones is 86. 2nd and 3. Hart. Over the middle. Oh, it was caught, and then it wasn't. Jarred loose. I'll tell you, that was very close to being a fumble. Anderson caught it. Boyd hammered it. Ball came out. They said he never had possession. 3rd and 3. Pass right side. Complete. That's going to be a first down. Down inside the 5. To the 3. J.T. Smith, his 4th catch of the game. Quinton Michael hits him as he grabs it. But the Cardinals will now have 4 cracks from the 3. First and goal, 3:25 left in the third, NFC Championship game. Larry Centers gets the carry there, gets back to the line, no further. Wes Hopkins comes up from the secondary for the stop. It'll be second and goal. High formation. Handoff. Centers in again, and again the Eagles gobble it up. That one's a loss of a yard, and again it's Lloyd. Back to the 4. Using Centers once, I get. Not using Anderson on either of those first 2 carries in this situation strikes me as a little peculiar. He's in now, though. Third and goal. Hart's going to throw. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. To Ernie Jones in the back of the end zone, and the Cardinals are going to turn this into a 1-score game. Hart to Jones. 3 Eagles turnovers have led to 17 Cardinals points here in the third quarter. And a game that looked like it was going to turn into a laugher is now turning dire, to say the least, for Philly. 11 plays, 52 yards, and 5:28. 2:03 left in the third. And it's now 24-17 Eagles. It was 24-0. The Eagles turn the ball over on all 3 possessions in this third quarter.
Make plays, y'all. Make plays.
Here's the kick. Taken by Brown at the 3. Out across the 20. Out to the 24. The entire complexion of this game has changed in 13 minutes of time. Hurts, complete. Macklin out across the 40. Another big hit. I'll tell you, the Cardinals are laying the lumber. Every tackle in this second half to this point has been with vicious intentions. First and 10 Eagles out to the 41. Hurts out in the flat. McCoy, open field. He's not getting away from E.J. Jr. there. Stop for a loss of a yard. McCoy a little slow to get up. Second and 11. Hurts, pass over the middle, complete. Out across the 45. Out to the 46. Hurts 20 of 30 for 214. That's the 6th catch from Macklin. Tyrann Mathieu on the stop there. Eagles run another play before the end of the third. No real reason to, but they're going to. Hurts takes the snap, rolls left, gets outside. Hurts runs, first down. At that time, he goes to slide, but he takes a shot anyway. And that's going to end the third quarter. The Cardinals are playing savagely every time they get a chance to lay a hit on somebody here in this second half. This has been a desperate effort by the Cardinals, and so far it has worked. They trailed 24-0. They've got it back to 24-17 as we open up the fourth. Play action. Hurts keeps it, takes off. He hits the deck. Hurts learning from his fumble earlier on. Slides after a pickup of 9. It's 2nd and 1. Pitch to McCoy. Cardinals swarm. No gain there. He'll actually lose a little bit. 3rd and 3 from the 39.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
And 56 yards is outside of Sam Baker's range. So a stop here at the Cardinals. Keep the Eagles off the board. Big 3rd down. Hurts pass off the hands, and it can't be held on to. Brett Seelick, that ball hit him right in the hands. He can't reel it in. 4th down, and the Cardinals defense bends but doesn't break. Tommy Hutton will come on for the punt. It's a fake. Eagles call a fake. Hutton throws. Incomplete. It's broken up. He had him in the hands. That was Wes Hopkins, who went out there for the fake punt. Had it in his hands, but it was jarred loose, and the Cardinals take over. 1st and 10 from the 39. Hart, pass, complete. Out to the 46, pickup of 7. 2nd and 3. Gutsy, risky, or stupid. I don't know how you want to call that fake punt there. I mean, again, I guess the Eagles, if you're trying to get momentum, it's a decent spot on the field for that. You're punting from the 39 anyway. It's not the worst call. It's not what I would have done. But it's not a horrible call there, I don't think. But it is not how I would have played it if I was coaching. I'm admittedly a little bit conservative, though, in that aspect. 1st down, Cardinals from the 49. Handoff. Anderson picks up 3. 10 carries, 17 yards for Otis Anderson. He does have the touchdown from the 1, though. Eagles have bottled him up well. None of this is really on the Eagles' defense. Eagles have turned the ball over 3 times in the second half. Pitch to the right-hand side. Looking for a little room. That's Johnny Rowland. Picks up 6. Good second effort. It'll be 3rd and 1. And an important point. What a story this would be if the Cardinals could pull this off. And there's movement. Oh, who went? And it is on Arizona. A false start call pushes them back 5. 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and 6. Hart drops. Stands in. Looks. Rolls right. Senses pressure and throws it away. Hart avoids the sack. Eagles haven't sacked Hart yet, actually. Cardinals have sacked Hurts twice. 4th and 6. Scott Player comes on to punt. Might we see a fake from the Cardinals here? We will not. Player angles this punt. It's out of bounds at the 16. He would have liked another 6 or so yards on that to get that inside the 10. 1st and 10 from the 16 for the Eagles. Hurts, and Hurts is going to take off. Gets a block, hits the deck, and Hurts they're going to, wow. Oh, that's a bad spot. I think Hurts got the 1st down there. They say his knee hit before the marker. They're going to call it 2nd and inches. I think that's a bad spot. But they're not going to challenge it. Barely before the marker. Hand off McCoy. 1st down. Out across the 30 to the 31. 64 yards rushing for LaShawn McCoy. I am surprised we have not seen Wilbert Montgomery as of yet. Saw Montgomery a little bit in the Falcons game, and during the season, Montgomery was getting about 5 to 7 carries a game. He has not had a touch as of yet. 1st and 10. Hurts over the middle. Incomplete. Getting Montgomery in there with McCoy would let you try to grind this out a little bit. Although at this point, I think the Eagles kind of want to do something with impact. They feel like they have lost the momentum in this game, so they're not playing it. They're not going to play it overly defensive. They're going to be a little bit aggressive. Hurts takes off. Pressure from Junior, grounds him down to the 39. Hurts is over 100, well over 100 yards rushing. Sets up a 3rd and 3. Inside 9 minutes left here in the NFC Championship game. They go handoff. There's Montgomery. Montgomery's first carry of the game is a big one. 3rd and 3. They get the conversion. Wilbert Montgomery picks up 6. And the chains will move. Welcome to the game, Wilbert Montgomery. 1st and 10 from the 44. Hurts. Pass. Incomplete. That one sails high. Peterson in coverage. Hell of a ball game here in Philly. Hurts looks right side, has a man in the seam, complete. Down inside the 35. That's Mike Quick with the reception down to the 32. Quick shot the seam and Hurts hits him perfectly. 4th catch of the game for Mike Quick. And the Eagles with an opportunity to try to take that momentum back. First half was all Eagles. Second half has been all Arizona. Movement at the line. And it's a false start on the Eagles. That'll push them back 1st and 15. Gonna throw it again. Hurts, pass complete. Inside the 20. That's Jeremy Maclin. Down inside the 15 of the 14. Eagles on the move. 7 catches for 74 yards from Maclin on the day. That'll get us down inside the 7-minute mark here in the game. Fake to McCoy. Now he's going to swing it to McCoy out in the flat. Good open field tackle there by Aeneas Williams. Big, I think I said this with Ray Brown. Bob Brown. Eagles tackle. Bob Brown is going to go take a seat. Limps off. That's a big loss. Brown is a very good All-Pro right tackle. 2nd and 6 from the 11. Injury stops the clock. 6:43.
Let's go. Let's get that touch.
Hurts. Looks. Complete. Over the middle. Maclin fights his way near the end zone. He's brought down at the 1. They say the knee hit before. We might see a challenge on a spot here. Sirianni wants them to get up to the line and run something quick. There's not going to be a challenge. 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff. Montgomery. Touchdown, Wilbert Montgomery, and the Eagles can breathe a little bit. Montgomery from a yard out. Terrific drive for Philadelphia, and boy, did they need that. Wilbert Montgomery runs it in from a yard out. And the Eagles extend their lead back up to 13, pending the extra point. Baker on for the kick. It is up and good. 31-17. 11 plays, 90 yards. 4:53 for Philadelphia. 6 minutes left. And now the Cardinals are going to have to let it all hang out. This was 24-0 at the half. Philadelphia. 3 third-quarter turnovers were converted into 17 Cardinals points. But the Eagles now, with 6 minutes left in the fourth, find the end zone again to give themselves a little bit of breathing room. Kickoff taken at the 8. Peterson out across the 25. Brought down at the 29. Hart looks, pass, complete. Cut down after the 35. That's Hardy. Thomas with the stop, pick up of 8, 2nd and 2. You don't have to be ultra aggressive on this drive to the Cardinals, but you've got to have some pace to it. Running is pretty much out the door, I think. False start there, that's going to hurt. That'll push them back to 2nd and 7. Hart looks near side, complete near the sideline, not too much space there. That's Larry Centers. Only picks up 2. It'll be 3rd and 5. Martin the gun trips to the high side. Hart looks near sideline, incomplete. So now it's a 4th and 5. I feel like you got to go for it. 2-touchdown game inside 5 minutes. And they are. They're going to go for it. The Cardinals season here. Hart changing things up at the line. Not sure what he saw, but we'll see. 4th and 5. Hart stands in. Pass. Had a receiver and missed him. Incomplete. Intended for Jackie Smith. The Eagles take over at the Cardinals 33. And that might be the last gasp for Arizona. 4:47 left. 31-17 Eagles. Hand off McCoy. Off tackle inside the 30. Bowls his way for 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Eagles will just try to keep this clock rolling.
Let's go now, let's go.
Hurts. Looks right side. A little surprised they're throwing, but they get the first down. That's quick. Down to the 21. 5 catches, 90 yards for Mike Quick in this one. That buys the Eagles a bit more time to run off the clock. First and 10. Hurts rolls right. Tries to get outside. He's brought down. That one's going to go down as a sack for Bertrand Berry. 3rd sack for the Cardinals. That wasn't a planned run. Hurts got flushed out of the pocket there. He was trying not to cross the line. He was hoping for a receiver. And surprised by that play call by Sirianni. Just run the ball at this point. Hand off Wilbert Montgomery. Down to the 20. It'll be 3rd and 9. It'll get us inside 2.5 minutes. I'm the Cardinals. I take my time out here. If the Eagles might pass here on the 3rd and long. Use the 2-minute warning to help you out after that. Hurts stands in, fires, end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! Quick made the catch. He was just across the goal line. He took the hit. He holds on, and it's called a touchdown for the Eagles. Mike Quick gets a step on Peterson, Ooh, we may see a spot challenge there. Oh, that's close. That wasn't the best angle, I admit. No challenge, so apparently they saw it on review and they said it was a touchdown. No reason to throw the beanie. And the Eagles got precarious in this one, to say the least. But they are now comfortable. 38-17, minute 58 left in the NFC Championship game, and Legends Bowl 2 is set. The Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles will clash for the second Legends Sports Universe Football League title. That's going to be a fun game. That really should be. That should be a fun game. Kickoff taken by Peterson out across the 20. Out to the 23. Hart in the shotgun. Down 21 at this point. Hart knows this one is all but over. Pass there complete. Out across the 30. Out to the 39. Jones. Smith on the catch. Do that one more time before this one wrapped up. No huddle for Arizona. Hart looks near side. Wait for virtually nothing. Ricky Prohl makes the catch, picks up a yard. You're going to run your pass offense here. You may as well go down the field. 5 wide. Empty backfield with Hart. Drops deep ball down the left-hand side. Got him in. Caught. Oh, what a grab. Jackie Smith knocked out of bounds at the 12, but he reels it in on the deep shot. And that one is going to be subject to review. That's a hell of a grab by Jackie Smith. Terrible work there. Can't even see where his foot is. There's the catch. Left. Ooh, that's close. That might have actually been good. No. Oh. Incomplete pass. Terrific effort from Smith. But it's called incomplete. 3rd and 9. Hart. Intercepted. Hart is picked off. That's Asante Samuel, I believe, with the interception. Second pick thrown by Hart. And the Eagles put a capper on this one. Intended for Floyd. Samuel with the interception. And the Eagles gave a heart attack to the crowd here at Lincoln Financial. Almost letting a 24-point lead slip away. But they right the ship in time. Handoff, McCoy. Down to the 46. Cardinals have all 3 of their timeouts left. They're not going to use any of them. This game is done, and they know it. Cardinals team is promising, though. They had the great start this year. They were kind of uneven from there. I know they backed into the division title in that final week. But they did bounce back last week against the Saints in the divisional round and put up a very impressive performance there. This defense is solid. It really is. This defense has been solid. They've certainly got weapons. They could use another top-flight wide receiver, I think, maybe. But this Cardinals team is not going to vanish. But they are going to vanish from the playoff picture this year. The Philadelphia Eagles punched their ticket to Legends Bowl 2 with a 38-17 win at home over the Cardinals, and Legends Bowl 2 is set. Bills and Eagles to play for the title. We will have that game for you on Monday night. Sorry, got a text there in the booth. Unbelievable. Real announcers don't have their wife texting them in the booth. Great job there from Jalen Hurts. I mean, again, he lost the fumble, he threw the pick in the second half, but overall, Hurts was sensational in this one. He ran for over 100 yards, he threw for over 300. You can take the good with the bad with Hurts, but overall, more good than bad in this one. 503 yards of total offense for the Eagles, and that's what the Bills are going to have to try to contain. 27 first downs to 11. Eagles did turn the ball over those 3 times. The Cardinals turned it over twice, so you end up with a +1 instead of a +3 there. That changes. The Eagles go 6 for 6 in the red zone. And that time of possession, again, often a misleading stat, but that one does tell a pretty good story there. 37.5 to 22 in terms of time of possession. Scoring summary, the Hurts run opened it up. 17 points in the second for the Eagles. Hurts had the run, the Lsufl touchdown, and then the 17 in the third, capitalizing on the 3 third-quarter Eagles turnovers. Cardinals drew within 7. But the Eagles pulled it together in the fourth. Wilbert Montgomery with the touchdown run. That third down run, that 3rd and 3 run by Montgomery on his first carry of the game in the fourth quarter to keep that drive alive and get that first down was actually a very big play at the time. And then Mike Quick seals it with the 20-yard strike from Hurts. Final stats, Hurts 26 of 39 for 303, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Hart 22 of 41 for 162, a touchdown and 2 picks. Bad at the start, very good in the middle. Hart was very solid in that third quarter, but then he started to lose his way late again as things started to fall apart on him. McCoy 20 for 73, Hurts 16 for 136 and 2 scores. Also did have that fumble. Otis Anderson held to 10 carries for 17 yards for the Cardinals. They couldn't get that ground game going. That was big. Macklin 8 for 84. Mike Quick 6 for 110 and the touchdown. Ricky Prohl, actually J.T. Smith was the leading receiver for Arizona, 5 for 42. And that wraps things up here in Philly. So again, we'll have the Stuff of Legends podcast Friday night. We will have Legends Bowl 2 Monday night. And I will have some other stuff. I am not sure exactly what throughout the rest of the week and weekend. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you tuning in as always. This was a fun one. Bang that like button if you haven't as of yet. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Eagles take down the Cardinals 38-17 in the NFC Championship Game to punch their ticket to Legends.